Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to do a little bit of a PSA, and we're going to go through the 4 mistakes where you can lose money, but not really lose money. I guess just really spend more money than you have to, because there are a lot of different Tesla buying hacks out there that we talk about on the channel. So we're going to go through. I guess I am a Tesla owner. I've had 4 Teslas so far, a Model 3, a Model Y, S, and now even the X. So I've been through the buying process a handful of times, and 3 of them I have bought brand new. And there are some hacks to make sure that you don't overpay for a Tesla. So we're going to get into that, plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And of course, today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to my latest members. We've got Edgar and Chi. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check out Patreon link down below in the description. So the first hack, and this is probably not a special one or different one that you have not heard before, but it's discounts. Tesla has discounts. They've got inventory discounts. They've got demo discounts. They've got damage disclosure discounts. There are ways to not pay retail for a Tesla vehicle. So the prices that you see on the screen right now, please do not pay that unless you just have a big hole of money or a bunch of money just burning in your pocket and you want to just pay full retail for the price of it. So that's the first one. And I guess kind of in that same line of breath is the tax credits or state incentives and all that different stuff for EV vehicles based upon where you're at, but that's a whole nother topic. So really just discounts and state incentives on top of that. But if you go to waitingfortesla.com, which is our favorite website, you can see that there's inventory discounts depending on what types of vehicles that you're interested in. Of course, this is just a reference. Any of these vehicles that you're interested in, just like this one, it will take you to the Tesla website. If you click the reserve, also make sure to use a Tesla referral code, and that's where you'll get the extra discount plus the extra $500 off or $1,000 off if you're getting a Model S or a Model X. So if you're interested in a Tesla referral code, definitely check out the Tesla referral code like the one down below in the description, and thank you to everybody that's used ours in the past and in the future. But the big thing with this is just a reference, especially with the waitingfortesla.com. The best resource that I have always recommended is go into your local Tesla dealership, the local Tesla store, talk to them, see if they can pull up inventory, or we know they can pull up inventory that we don't see on the website. And there commonly could be vehicles that are available that might have bigger discounts, maybe even some bigger than this one, like this one right here, 2023 blue with black interior. It's got $5,000 off plus, and it only has 283 miles on it. On top of that, there's vehicles that are not posted to the website that's categorized as damage disclosure. That could have been a vehicle in their test drive fleet or even in their showroom. Something happened to it. It could be as bad as something's actually hit it, and or just another vehicle that, or just had like a trunk latch or something like that. Of course, those issues, they'll have to be disclosed to you. They will fix them. And of course, you might be able to get a sweet discount on that. So that's kind of the first one. Definitely check out waitingfortesla.com. Definitely head on over to all the different websites. And the biggest thing is go into your local store to see if they can find you inventory that is out there. The second one is a quick one that we actually already talked about, but use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, because if you use a Tesla referral code, you can get an extra $500 to $1,000 off. So the steps really quickly here is pop it open, let it load like this, then head on over to waitingfortesla.com, find a discounted vehicle that you're interested in, just like this $5,000 off one, let the screen load up, and then you can take a look at it and you'll see you'll get that extra $500 to $1,000 discount. So definitely don't let that go to waste. And if you're going to the store, Tesla employees will not remind you to use that Tesla referral code. So you better believe you have to pull it up and make sure you to tell them you're using that before you go into there. So the next one is financing. Of course, everybody, you're probably going to be thinking like, oh, why can't I just go through Tesla financing? Well, Tesla financing just raised their interest rates again. So we'll talk about it in a separate topic, but now it is up to 6.19% for 72 months. And if you're looking for 84 months, it's 6.91%. That is a high interest rate. But the one thing here that we've always talked about is when interest rates go up, as inventory went up, guess what is going to be coming down? We'll talk about that. And if you can probably guess what that might be. But the big thing here is, yes, you can go through Tesla financing. Yes, you can go through them if you're looking for an easy process. But the best way to get even the best lowest interest rates is going through credit unions. I'll give you a quick one right here. This is Labor Credit Union. We've used it on their past for our Tesla Model X, and you can see the rates on the screen. They're not that much lower, but they certainly are lower than Tesla financing. 0 to 65 months at 5.25%. But of course, if you're looking for the best interest rate list of all the different credit unions out there that all beat Tesla financing, you can get that at my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, and you get that automatically sent to you after you join in. So definitely check it out if you're interested in getting the full list of credit unions. But if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment, that's where channel partners like Tenet come into play. Tenet allows you to get the lowest monthly payment possible by deferring a portion of the loan all the way to the end, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit. They can do this because they are a Tesla approved financing partner, and they work with credit unions and banks to get you that lowest monthly payment. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description, and thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos a month. So we can really dive into a bunch of these topics separately, and we have in the past. So definitely, if you're interested in diving in a little bit deeper, just go to our channel page and type in any sort of topic about buying a Tesla, and you'll probably see a ton of videos that we have talked about. But the next thing is going to be insurance. So yes, Tesla insurance will be your cheapest option. It will certainly most likely be the cheapest option if it is available in the state that you're in. Unfortunately, it is not. But the one thing I do try and tell people is, unfortunately, electric vehicles, including Tesla, is going to be about 10 to 30% more than what you're currently paying right now. I think the average for insurance is about $150 a month. So just be aware of that at the end of the day. But if you're in the state of California, I've really liked Wawa and Nisa Insurance. We've had them in the past with the Model S. So definitely check out this one. They've got really good ratings. We've had them, and they really had actually a pretty good monthly payment also at the end of the day. So those are the top 4 things that you can really run through. It's discounts, of course. We're using our referral code for an extra discounts, EV incentives, financing, which you can shop for and get a better rate than Tesla financing. And the last one is insurance. But if you're looking for a bonus, the last bonus thing is accessories. Of course, there's plenty of accessories out there. There's probably so many different rebranding, Amazon, eBay, all these different copycats of the same thing. But really, there's only a handful of accessory companies that rise to the top. And I do have to say, not just because they're channel sponsors, we've definitely used and own accessories from all the different companies down below in the description as well. So we got 3D Mats USA for a very premium floor mat for your Tesla. Definitely check them out. We got Vion down below as well, and we got Jawa, which is probably the best Tesla accessory company for interior accessories. All discount codes down below and as well. So that's where you can save a little bit of money on all this, purchasing a Tesla, because I get it. You're going to be super excited about loading up your vehicle with all the different accessories, but really the top 3 accessories for me, it's not screen protector, it's not, all these other things. It's really just interior all-weather floor mats. Maybe not these red ones from 3D Mats USA, just a pure plain black one. A phone mount from Jawa or even MAGBAK. And then, of course, the last thing is mud flaps for the Model Y, because Model Y kind of has this weird issue where rocks kick up from the front of the wheels and scratch the sides. So just to be aware of that at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic after a water break. Chris, thanks for coming in. Paul, thanks for coming in. Eddie, thanks for coming in. Seawall, thanks for coming in. We're going to jump through a couple different topics, and then we'll go through your live stream comments. But let's do one more topic after this. In this next topic, we got a slew of more Model 3 interesting news that have come out. So we've got more rumors and also a concept photo. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Yang on X. Quote, mass production of the Model 3 Highland has begun at Shanghai. If I had $1 for every single time I've read this exact rumor or headline, I would have, what, $20 at this point. Quote, with news of launch likely imminent next month. Okay, so we're August right now. Next month would be a weird one for sure because September is the end of the quarter. So I'm really not sure Tesla is going to do that because that would ruin their end of quarter sales. I could easily see an October launch, but I don't think I would be able to understand a September launch. Quote, additionally, Tesla is conducting high temperature testing of the Semi in China. Okay, not too bad. Nice rumors at the end of the day. Seems like Trunk to Trunk also posted a similar thing. Project Highland is set to begin production this week in Shanghai. And then he posted this concept photo or this artist rendering of, if the Model 3 looks like this, will you be buying? But the one thing with this photo is I'm pretty sure this is just the current Model 3 version, right? It really has no difference than the current one. It's not any more sleeker. It's just like maybe a body kit or a lip kit, which the same headlights or anything like that. But let me know what your thoughts on that. When do you think the Model 3 Highland is going to be coming out? I really don't think it's going to be September. I would say more so October, but it really is up to Tesla at the end of the day. But we're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by our Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link to support the channel, so definitely check it out if you are interested. All right, Chris. Hey, Dennis, Tesla just boosted the APR to 6.19%. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, Tesla just increased it, unfortunately. So, well, I'll give you my thoughts on that because that is a big indicator of what's to come next in regards to Tesla pricing. Paul, thanks for coming in. Eddie, thanks for coming in. Seawall. USA ended up being cheaper, matching apples to apples on the policy for me versus Tesla insurance. Nice. And you probably have a long history with USAA. And so you could probably add all your different vehicles on it and it'd probably be a lot more cheaper for you. Austin, what is your prediction of the used market when the Model 3 refresh comes out? I'm looking to buy a Model 3 Performance and not sure if I want to go new or save some cash and get a 2020 or 2021. Austin, that's a great question. Once that new Highland comes out, values are going to tank. And on top of that, there's one thing that no other Tesla person talks about, I would say, on YouTube is that the new model year is coming out, which probably has no difference, but it's a newer, not refresh, a new year. So next one is going to be 2024 model year. So that means 2024 Tesla Model Ys and 2024 Tesla Model 3s are going to be coming out, plus Model X's and X's. So whenever that happens with a new vehicle, the 2023 becomes 1 year older. Not immediately, but there is some sort of effect on that. So it will start to depress some of the prices for the 2020s and 2021s because those are going to be 3 to 4 years old at this point. But I've always kind of recommended the same strategy for if you're buying used Teslas. Go to this website, Car Buyer USA, figure out what the wholesale market of the vehicle that you're buying is by putting in the exact values, and then offer like maybe 5 to 10% more on top of that to try and give you a good baseline of what the pricing could be. Philip, thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Hopefully you're enjoying your giveaway floor mats from 3D Mats USA. If drop in what you think of those floor mats because there's probably some other people that are interested in getting some 3D floor mats. Discount code down below in the description. Paul, thanks for coming in. Ebu, it will tank only if the pricing remains competitive. Yeah, that's another good question because if Tesla drops the price of the Model 3 Highland, which some people are thinking it's going to start in the 30s, that will definitely put some pressure on the used Tesla. Seawall, as a previous owner of a GTR, that Highland render brought so many vibes of the R35. Seawall, nice. We've actually also owned 2 GTRs. We've got videos on the channel, so we're in the same camp there. GTRs are fun, that's for sure, but you're right. I do see what you're talking about of this vibes of, I think it's this part right here, these lights, because the GTR also, the newer, the 2015, 16 had those LEDs in the front as well. So that's where we're probably getting the same like GTR vibes at the similar vibe. All right, what else we got? In this next topic, so we talk about Tesla financing a lot and how to get the best interest rate on financing your Tesla. Well, it looks like, unfortunately, Tesla has raised the interest rates for Tesla financing again, another slight bump. And what worries me with this is they are rapidly bumping these at a fast pace. I think the last one was just a few weeks ago. But the good thing with this is as interest rates go up, something goes down. Also, we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Sawyer. Tesla has increased the APR percent financing in the US. For excellent credit rating, it is now a 6.19% up from 6.09, and that is actually up from 5.89 not that long ago. Switching to 84 months, which is certainly not recommended, but I definitely understand if you're looking to do that to get the lowest monthly payment, then it is actually 6.91%. But if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet allows you to get the lowest monthly payment by financing your Tesla and deferring a portion of that loan all the way to the end, maybe that $7,500 federal tax credit. They can do this because they are a Tesla-approved financing partner and work with credit unions and banks to get you the lowest monthly payment. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of videos this month. But this has been crazy because this has certainly been being increased at a pretty rapid rate. I want to say they just increased the rate of the Tesla financing rate not that long ago. So, but the good thing with this is Elon did come out on one of the previous calls that if interest rates keep going up, they got to do one thing to the price, and that one thing is lower prices. So I don't know if they're going to be going back to that strategy where they lowered MSRP prices, but they certainly might go to their strategy of lowering inventory prices. So if you're on the sideline, there is a storm brewing up, or maybe even the best time to buy a Tesla, which could be September, because September is the last month of the third quarter, and then after that it's going to be December, which is going to be the last month of the fourth quarter. That's when we commonly see a lot of different incentives, a lot of different discounts, and on top of that, if you're looking for an extra discount, you can use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description, because if you use a Tesla referral code, you can get anywhere from $500 to $1,000 off to try and help with these interest rates. Now, we certainly have never really recommended using Tesla financing unless you are a special type of buyer. And what I mean by special, someone that is a first-time auto loan buyer, even if you've got good income or good credit, your easiest approval is going to be through Tesla financing. If you've got challenge credit, then also you're probably going to want to go through Tesla financing. But if you've got the best credit, then I would definitely recommend you join the Patreon link down below in the description so you can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing, some even as low as 2.99% to sub 4%, that anybody can qualify for the sub 4% one. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. But this is certainly being increased at a rapid rate. So just catch-22, I guess, right? As Tesla interest rates keep going up, prices should come down. And so this is going to be a weird and interesting time as we get to the end of the year, because there's another thing that's happening next year, which is this tax credit changing to point of sale. But we don't know if the Model 3, the new one, is going to be qualifying for the tax credit, and also the tax credit gets a little bit stricter next year. So these vehicles, the Model Y and Model 3, might not even qualify for the full $7,500. But we'll see what happens. Tesla's going to probably pull all the different strings and demand levers to try and sell vehicles, at least 1.8 million vehicles by the end of this year. That's their target. So we'll certainly be in an interesting time. But let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic after this water break. All right, what else we got? We got a handful of Tesla Cybertruck leaks, but let's check, see. Cool. In this next topic, we got a lot of Tesla Cybertruck leaks that have happened pretty recently. So let's just run through a lot of them, because one leak has a lot of different photos. And on top of that, a turning radius from a drone shot has been shown, which I'm pretty excited for this Cybertruck because it's a big ass truck, but if it can turn like a dime much better than the Model Y, then I'm excited, because that's kind of the one thing. If you haven't bought a Tesla yet or driven one, the Model 3, the Model Y, S, and X, don't really have the best turning radius. So having this angled rear active steering in the rear where you can turn a couple different degrees will certainly be very nice. But here's a post from Gregor Truck on X. You can see there's a lot of different spy shots of the Tesla Cybertruck being driven around the Giga Austin factory. Here is another post of the video that I was talking about. Of course, this one is a little bit sped up, so take it for whatever it is, but you can see that the Tesla Cybertruck has a nice turning radius where it can turn, I guess, a little bit too wide, but it is really cool to see the active rear steering or whatever they're calling it in action at the end of the day. Here's another one of this interior steering wheel. I don't remember where this was leaked one, probably from when it showed up at that car show, but I don't think I saw this photo from that car show. I'm not hating the steering wheel. I like the yoke, and so this looks like a yoke with the added top and bottom. I do like the flat bottom and the flat top, so certainly a nice addition, but I guess I'll have to use it to see it because the yoke is nice. It's very comfortable on highway driving roads, but it does get kind of weird when you're trying to do tight parking, tight maneuvers in the parking lot. But here it is. So this is the leak from last night from when these photos of the Cybertruck was in, I guess, Arkansas for whatever it is. We've got a photo of the massive tire right here, 285, 65, 20-inch rims. We've got a nice shot of the whole rim with the caps on top of that. We've got the inner wheel well for whatever it is. Looks like it's super dirty. And then we've got a nice picture of the suspension, which I'm excited for the suspension because it certainly is going to have air suspension, which I feel like is kind of a must for electric vehicles. We can see this Cybertruck has got a nice funky wrap on the front so that it doesn't get damaged from the transport. We got a lot of side moldings. We got the ones with the different rims that we saw pretty recently as well. And then of course now we have the rear of the Cybertruck, which this Cybertruck is definitely pretty dirty because it's been driven around. It looks like a tow hitch might come stock or OEM, which would be really nice. And of course the charge port door cover on top of that. Now to the interior, we've got the same interior that we saw before. We got this flat, what are we calling this? The oval steering wheel. From the left side here, we got a nice, huge center console. Looks like we can fit a bunch of stuff. I like this area because you can put your phone right there, let it prop up. We've got the seats that are nice and bucketed, maybe even sporty. Huge dash in the front, which is, it's going to be tough to try and clean all of that at the end of the day. A big dust collector. And then now we've got the underside of it. Nothing special here, at least from what I see. A nice covering, suspension, and then of course more suspension on top of that. What does it say? Completed, ready, Taeon once. I have no idea what that says, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. I'm certain. Well, look at this. That's funny. That's cute. Little Cybertruck right there next to the big ass Cybertruck. But really cool to see. Can't wait for this Cybertruck to actually come out. They've said that it's going to be September. They've said it's going to be later this year. So we'll really be able to see when it's coming out. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is Patreon link to support the channel. So definitely check it out if you're interested. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.